Hello. Welcome to Emerald Lake. It's me, Raven. Who's the second? Okay, hi. It's been a minute since we've had the frogs out. Hello, frogs. Here's the buddies. Alright, hi everybody. For Pazuzu, my usual mom. Hi Yar, hi Pazuzu, hi Devad, hi Cage, hi Cernabog. Hello. Eee. Okay. First we're gonna do just a little bit of chitty chat real quick. I have a couple of announcements. Um, I don't think it's been announced on Blue Sky slash Twitter yet, either of those. But I will be saying things, and other people will be saying things. I have joined a VTuber team. I have joined a stream team. It's called V Garden. The lovely May May, who is regularly stopping in here before we begin, or before she begins her day, added me to a stream team. And if you didn't know, Vi is also on there. That has been announced for sure. You're proud of me. Thank you, y'all. Yeah, I'm very excited. And we've got to say hi to each other a little bit, and it's very fun. One of the things in the team is that we are all represented by flowers because it's a little garden. And I have chosen a black iris because well, obsidian reeds. I should have a darker flower, shouldn't I? But also because it has a silly name. It's called a black gamecock. I felt like that should happen. My flower should not just be a pretty flower. It should be a silly flower. Or if it wasn't that, I was gonna go with maybe I wouldn't technically be a flower. Maybe I would do something just green. So that I could fill out a bouquet. But there's like 30 of us. This is much bigger than a bouquet. So I just was like, okay, it's a full garden. What it won't be. I think I will be a black gamecock. Yep. It's an iris, and it's native to like Louisiana area. Mhm. I did my googlings because I was like, I don't know, I'm not too picky. I probably wouldn't. I probably shouldn't be represented by a flower at all. I should probably be that moss on the rocks or something. um, but I like it. I like it. If I'm gonna be a flower, I'm gonna be that. Oh boy, welcome to hell. Hell? What? What? Why are we in hell? uh, yeah. So there's that, and I'm very excited. The other announcement was that we had a very sudden anonymous VOD watcher donate and finish the rest of the laptop money. Hi, Frigid. First word you hear out of jail is cock. It's black gamecock. It's a flower. It's what I'm represented by. You got this. Okay, it's what I'm represented by in the new stream team V Garden. We all have to has a flower, so I went with that. Um, yeah, I'm excited. And the part that you interrupted, Frigid. Yeah, I got the monies for the gaming laptop. Hopefully, this means that we don't have any more technical issues once it's here and so on. But I may or may not get it before I leave for my other thing, which I've kind of said, you're fine, Bridget. It was silly. The other thing I might uh get before, or no, I might get it before the other thing, which is I'm house sitting for Vi. I'm looking after the kitties. We've done this before, but this is going to be a longer time over at Vi's, and so we will we will be hanging out over there with the better tech. Yeah. And so I'll be there for like a month as Yar has called out, and I'll be looking out after the kitties. I'll be having the nicer tech. We'll have the microphone that gives me headaches because of the ears, but what I've decided this time is I'm going to bring our nice mic. I'm going to bring this one so that I listen and I'm keeping track with that and I don't have to freak out. Because I just do. I get freaked out by that echo. I can't. I would rather not hear the musics if I can just go without echo. It hurt my brain. So I'm gonna bring my mic to be able to have that consistency, but then I'll have the 3DO for if we do heartbeat triggers, so that you can still hear the heartbeats. Yay! That's the plan. I'm gonna be coming up with new schedule stuff, but I haven't done it yet. Life's been cuckoo. Oh, nice Riz. You could have better roll. Nice roll. Um, and I think if you're talking about chickens, that's different. Yes. We have a brain. I'm focusing, and then I'm gonna go back. Uh, I'm taking a minute to get that stuff together, but we're gonna be doing things differently, so I'm gonna have a different schedule, and I will be updating that differently. Currently, as I updated in Discord schedule channel, so remember to go check out Discord, and also on Blue Sky. So reminder to go check out Blue Sky. Is that we're doing Folktales this little 3-day, quote unquote week, and we're doing origami next week. So that will be the plan. And then once I am house sitting, I should be updating with different schedule there. Should be good. It should be good. See, that's how it's done if you want horrible risks. Great job. Pazuzu, you said that you have spent your whole life in Louisiana. You've never heard anyone talk about the gamecock, the black gamecock. Well, they might have just called it a black iris or whatever, or nobody notices it. But I wanted a flower that was from somewhere in North America. I wasn't gonna be picky, and then I was hoping for a black flower, and I have liked irises a lot. So yeah. Do you have to feed water and take the house out to poop? No, I do not. Maybe if it was a mobile home, I'd have to take it for walks. Ha ha ha. But no. Wow, you guys are just not getting great riz tonight, I see. we got not good numbers. That's too bad. Oh, we have a fuck ton of American robins here in Wisconsin. Well, that's a bird. What is happening? That's pretty likely. I've seen them before, so it's probably just a background thing. Yeah, just different names. It looks fantastic though. I'll keep my eye out. Yeah, and they look probably in the sunlight. They look more purple than black, but that's what they're called, sorta sometimes. Sadness. No, don't be sad. Don't be sad. It's okay. But please, just because you got a bad roll, it's okay. It's okay. All right. Those were some of those. I give it bar. Are any other Robins rocking? Nice, very appropriate. No brain. Yeah, so I'm hoping I get the laptop in time that I can set some stuff up, but probably we won't be using that until after I get back, and it might be slow making sure all the tech is all good to go. Yes, dandy lions, all dressed up in their little dandy hats. Who I'm Fujiba. I've seen quite a few flowers wild. I just don't remember all their names. There's plenty of ones that I have plucked just out and about. There's been irises and orchids at different places. Abigail! Okay, hi. Please give a good shout out. Please give a good shout out. Hi, Rays. Thank you for the shout outs there. I'll wait to say hellos. I got to say hi to our new raider here in Vi's birthday stream where we got to play games together. And this is the other thing. I am going to do something for my own birthday stream, but I think it will be the 23rd, and I'm hoping to do the exact same shit Vi did pretty much. So I'm gonna have to get my organizing butt in gear, and I haven't done that. I said hello. We couldn't stay there, so we came here. Hold on to your drinks. The Game crew is coming through. Oh my god. I like seeing everybody here. Hi, Hyacinth as well was one of our friends over there, so you can go ahead and drop the other shout out, please. Um, I will be pretty much just using the exact same group that Vi had to be very direct. And if anybody wants to join me from them, they can. I'm expecting it to be a smaller deal because that makes sense. I'm a smaller streamer than Vi. Um, thanks for coming over, you guys. I am. It's a bit chaotic, but yeah. You know, streamers and mods can tell if you're a raider or not. You're a mod. We're gonna stay. What? What is happening? I don't know, you guys. Well, okay. I'm gonna get to the reading soon. I promise. But we're doing all the announcements right now. So yeah, that's me. Since you two are here, I'm inviting you two, Hyacinth, Abigail, back for more, probably just Among Us and Jackbox, when I have my birthday stream, which will probably be Friday the 23rd. Hecky? He tried to be an imposter. Sus Among Us. Yes. Um, and I will be pulling. I just like because it's so short notice. I'm just copy pasting from Vi's stuff. We're not playing around. Just cheating that way. So sorry if yeah I'm just copying Vi. So we're just gonna do what she had. But it's gonna be trimmed down because it's less people. Thank you for the follow, Hyacinth. Raise, yes, I'll be stealing what you did. Basically, I should, yeah, you. And I don't know if you'll be able to join as well because you get to cheat in there. But we'll organize in the same little group that we did there. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make that be the thing that I do. Oh my goodness. I just have to not do anything else for 2 days so that I can use my brain to do all the things I'm supposed to do. When I tell you, all the things I want to do keep getting, like, closer before I can actually prepare for them, and it's driving me nuts. I've said to a few people, most of what I've been doing, I'm just making a bunch of little tiny crochet leaves for for a friend who's getting married, and it's just like a bajillion leaves, and my fingers hurt. But that's all I'll be doing. Might be busy around then, not sure yet though. Okay, we will figure out. I hope I can help. All the leaves, yes. And we've said that a crochet stream soon, and I'm like, I don't know how because they're so tiny. I put them right up to my face, which is not conducive to VTubing. I'd be honored to join. Thank you for the invite. Yay! Check the time. Yes, of course. Very excited to hear news for birthday soon. Yay! Thank you. I will sort that shit out. Oh my gosh. I mean it down to the letter. We'll just get exactly what we did before. So if you were available for those times, we'll probably do it that time. But I don't. I'll do it in that chat after stream tonight. I will. I'll write on my hand. I'll do it right now. Do not forget, Raven. B-Day stream timing chat. Stream timing. Discord. Okay, good. Marvelous. It does tend to work with writing on my hand because I'll be like washing my hands when I do something. I'm like, oh, what was that? Oh yeah, it was from that thing. But I'm washing it off, so I probably don't. Oh no, I didn't. Oh, and chaos. Oh, okay. Sorry, yeah, I missed your new pickup line. Is it Nike, Raven? Just do it. Is that the pickup line? Is that it? Just do it. I am almost prepared to read now. Well, was there something else, brain? We have the frogs here. I don't have my bread brain. No? Okay, what was it? You go ahead and tell us. Oh, yeah, the things I have to do is actually click on the stuff. What happened to bread? I brought in the frogs. That's what happened to the bread. Our next Folktales. We are going alphabetically now for all the different places. Okay, thanks, Hyacinth. Oh, yes. You you readers, you can get lost if you need to go look after stuff. Go get out of here if you need to look after yourself. I have to yell at my mods sometimes. Go to bed. But if you guys are okay to cozy up, thank you so much for dropping in. Um, prioritize yourselves, please, and then you can hang out. I demand it. All right. But we're gonna be getting to Amy's not the villain. Hello. Yes. It has been, but no worries. I'm already doing what I need. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Um, we have Fairy Tales from Brazil and Tales of Giants from Brazil. These are the next two books of our folk tales. We're going alphabetically through the different folk tales from around the world that are on this site. We had gone through the classic fairy tales specific, and we're gonna do the folk tales. So I think we're gonna start with. Should we do the giants or the fairies? I think we should do the fairy tales from Brazil, and that will probably have some giants in there, and then we'll like dive in further to giants. Besides, it looks like the fairy tales was from 1917, and the giants is from 1918, from the same people, same publisher, same author. So yeah, we should go in order. I actually got a little pickup line that I find funny. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna read things. That is a silly one. I love a good fungi pun. We are going to Brazil. We're going to Brazil next. I might have to mostly lurk. Please go look after yourself then. Yes, go do that. You can fully be gone if you need to be gone. Don't worry about it, Cage. It's okay. The only reason why Solomon has I like that one. Once in a blue moon, although Cage is turning into a werewolf. Specifically a blue moon, that's a different one, right? When is it blue? When is the blue moon? I don't even know when the blue moon is. Okay, we're starting with fairy tales from Brazil. And the first is How Night Came. That's our first story. Okay, we're gonna put that up, and then we're gonna get reading. Damn it! It's been so long. Since classic fairy tales. We did the Australian ones not that long ago, but I still feel so long ago. Where is my thingy? Where is that? There you are. And apparently I cannot type. Oh my goodness. There we go. It begins. I hydrate. And I'll start. Years and years ago, at the very beginning of time, when the world had just been made, there was no night. It was day all the time. No one had ever heard of sunrise or sunset, starlight or moonbeams. There were no night birds, nor night beasts, nor night flowers. There were no lengthening shadows, nor soft night air heavy with perfume. In those days, the daughter of the great sea serpent, for whatever reason that is all caps, great sea serpent, who dwelt in the depths of the seas, married one of the sons of the great earth race known as man. I don't know why only these two things are all capitalized, but the great sea serpent seems to be all caps every time I get to it, so it feels like I have to drop in a weird yell or something. I won't. I'll be normal. Nah, no I won't. I am never be normal. Okay. Daughter of great sea serpent marries someone from man race. She left her home among the shades of the deep seas and came to dwell with her husband in the land of daylight. Her eyes grew weary of the bright sunlight and her beauty faded. No. But that's all you are. Sorry, so many times they do that. Please give her something badass to do. Her husband watched her with sad eyes, but he did not know what to do to help her. If it's just her beauty that's fading, do we care? Can she just be okay? Is it okay? No, okay, fine. Oh, if night would only come, she moaned as she tossed about wearily on her couch. Here it is always day, but in my father's kingdom there are many shadows. Oh, for a little of the darkness of night. How does she know what night is, then? Her husband listened to her moanings. What is night? He asked her. Tell me about it, and perhaps I can get a little of it for you. Night, said the daughter of the great sea serpent, is the name we give to the heavy shadows which darken my father's kingdom in the depths of the seas. I love the sunlight of your earth land, but I grow very weary of it. If we could have only a little of the darkness of my father's kingdom to rest our eyes part of the time. Her husband at once called his 3 most faithful slaves. Oh, yay, those are here. I am about to send you on a journey, he told them. You are to go to the kingdom of the great sea serpent, who dwells in the depths of the seas, and ask him to give you some of the darkness of night, that his daughter may not die here. Oh, so we think she's gonna... Well, that's a very concerning thing. Could we not have said that she was dying instead of, oh no, she's ugly now? Like, priorities, you know? Anyway, old stories. If only we could have some of that so she would not die here amid the sunlight of our earthland. The 3 slaves, I'm so sorry, folks, I'm so sorry, set forth for the kingdom of the great sea serpent. After a long, dangerous journey, they arrived at his home in the depths of the seas and asked him to give some of the shadows of night to carry them back to the earthland. The great sea serpent gave them a big bag full at once. You just have that in a bag? Cool. It was securely fastened, and the great sea serpent warned them not to open it until they were once more in the presence of his daughter, their mistress. Okay. This is giving me flashbacks to the bag of wind. The 3 slaves started out, bearing the big bag full of night on their heads. Soon they heard strange sounds within the bag. Ooh. You do not have ads again. Are you kidding? That's so rude. There should not be ads. It says I have like... Twitch. Shakes fist. Okay. There was the sounds in the bags. What the hell? What's this? Whoa. Could we wait for consent from Jake for that, please? Let's not attack Jake from State Farm. I think he's gotten enough hate. Poor dude. Okay. Where is the noises? Okay. So they heard strange sounds. It was the sound of the voices of all the night beasts, all the night birds, and all the night insects. If you have ever heard the night chorus from the jungles on the banks of the rivers, you will know how it sounded. Right, because this is Brazil. This is big jungle land. The 3 slaves had never heard sounds like those in all of their lives. They were terribly frightened. Let us drop the bag full of night right here where we are and run away as fast as we can, said the first slave. We shall perish. We shall perish anyway, whatever we do, cried the second slave. Oh. Getting dark, number 2 there. That is how you truly defeat Jake. No! I don't want to do that. Please. Ask May maybe. I'm not on board. Where was... Number 2 said we're all gonna die no matter what. Number 2 got very dark. Number 3, whether we perish or not, I am going to open the bag and see what makes all those terrible sounds, said the third slave. So the first dude was a coward, the second dude is a nihilist, and the third dude was just curious. So here we go. I think you really understand. What? Oh no, I missed the other one. Yeah. I missed the other one. I missed. Hey, I'm reading. I'm not reading you guys as much. I see poor dude. Save 15% or more on D's nuts from State Farm. Nice. Copy his style and wear the khakis better than him. Ah, yes. I fully condone that one. I, I just saw frigid and then your message and I was like, why? The older Jake from State Farm was better. I haven't caught much of the new Jake, but I know that I know there is problems. Oh no, the hydrations. Hi, Spud. Hello. Flo is a cougar. When did Flo get in here? I'm gonna hydrate. I'm gonna posture check. I'm gonna stretch. And then I'm gonna yell at Honk. Okay. I hydrated. I posture check. I stretch. Okay. Yes. No frog for you. None of these are going on a stick. You will not eat my frogs. Frogs are friends, not food. Stop. Such a villainous little guy. I forgot. This was the other thing I forgot. Oh. Okay, I'm going to take some time while we yell at the goose. No, you will not eat the frogs. Yes, you may redeem things. Give me 2 minutes. Because last time we streamed, and I meant to do this, but I forgot. It was Cozy Grove, so I had all the redeems off. So let's turn the appropriate redeems on. I've got the fire. Hades, no! Let's cook the goose instead. Oh, well, that's still friend, not food, but he apparently likes violence. I mean, wait for his consent, I guess. I will wait 30 more minutes for hydration. We didn't start the fire. Are you about to, though? Are you about to burn the goose? I am. I'm doing all of these. And I don't know if my robot is going to tell you stuffs or not. But I will read between stories. I will do redeems between readings, between stories. And I am nearly done this first story. So we're not far off. I just have a boop. And boop. Okay. They're all back online. Okay. We had the dudes. They're debating the coward, the nihilist, and the curious guy. They're dropping the bag, they're opening it. And then running away, probably. Oh boy. Accordingly, they laid the bag on the ground and opened it. Out rushed all the night beasts, and all the night birds, and all the night insects, and out rushed the great black cloud of night. Where did that go? I looked away for a second. Oh my gosh. Okay. The slaves were more frightened than ever at the darkness, and escaped to the jungle. I don't think that's not... is that gonna help you? I'm not sure if that's gonna help you. The daughter of the great sea serpent was waiting anxiously for the return of the slaves with the bag full of night. Ever since they had started out on their journey, she had looked for their return, shading her eyes with her hand and gazing away off at the horizon, hoping with all her heart that they would hasten to bring the night. In that position, she was standing under a royal palm tree, when the 3 slaves opened the bag and let the night escape. Night comes at last, she cried, as she saw the clouds of night upon the horizon. Then she closed her eyes and went to sleep there under the royal palm tree. When she awoke, she felt greatly refreshed. She was once more the happy princess who had left her father's kingdom in the depths of the great seas to come to the earthland. She was now ready to see the day again. This makes me wonder, was she less beautiful and dying because she was literally not sleeping? Is that what was happening? Because very fair, both of those things would happen. Why was that not included when they described this? That she was going insane from lack of sleep. Well, okay. She was now ready to see the day again. She looked up at the bright star shining above the royal palm tree and said, "O bright, beautiful star, henceforth you shall be called the morning star, and you shall herald the approach of day. You shall reign queen of the sky at this hour." Then she called all the birds about her and said to them, "O wonderful, sweet singing birds, henceforth I command you to sing your sweetest songs at this hour to herald the approach of day." The cock was standing by her side. "You," she said to him, "shall be appointed the watchman of the night. Your voice shall mark the watches of the night and shall warn the others that the underscore madrugada underscore comes." Why are some words so weirdly formatted? So there's the great sea serpent and man, and then there's madrugada. Why? What comes? To this very day in Brazil, we call the early morning the madrugada. The cock announces its approach to the waiting birds. The birds sing their sweetest song at that hour, and the morning star reigns in the sky as queen of the madrugada. When it was daylight again, the three slaves crept home through the forests and jungles with their empty bag. "O faithless slaves," said their master, "why did you not obey the voice of the great sea serpent and open the bag only in the presence of his daughter, your mistress? Because of your disobedience, I shall change you into monkeys." Get monkeyed. "Okay, henceforth you shall live in the trees. Your lips shall always bear the mark of the sealing wax, which sealed the bag full of night. To this very day, one sees the mark upon the monkey's lips, where they bit off the wax which sealed the bag. And in Brazil, night leaps out quickly upon the earth, just as it leapt quickly out of the bag in those days at the beginning of time. And all the night beasts and night birds and night insects give a sunset chorus in the jungles of nightfall." The end. Boop. Now I get to read your chat, you see. We're doing more little silly songs in the chat. And yeah, okay. Illegal because copyrights that I say it. Anyway, I'm actually really excited because I got 3 chapters of my book left before it'll be ready to publish. Hell yeah! You just need the money and find a publisher. Well, yeah, but oh my gosh! 3 left! The goose has been trying to eat everyone. It's true. It's a problem. But it is not new. This is our goose. What's the book about, Higgies? Please let us know. This one, of course, we know. Brazilian Folktales. Hi, Ember Star. Hello, welcome. Hey, we should do another shout out for one of my team members here, joining the V Garden stream team. Hello. It's Ember. How am I today? I am chaotically trying to remember all the things I'm supposed to do, and just glad that for this next few hours, all I do is read what is in front of me. I can worry about the other stuff later. I just read what is in front of me, which is fairy tales from Brazil for now. My throat. That was How Night Came. Next, we'll be learning how the rabbit lost his tail. How rude. Rabbit? V-Garden, featuring people you should follow, like Raven, the very cool person in charge of Obsidian Reeds. Thank you, Amber. And please go check out Amber. Where is the shoutouts? I would do the shoutouts. Okay, I always forget the one. Forgive me. LaHonk, why are you starting shit? Why are you starting shit? Is it this one? Is this how you do this one? I could very easily be wrong. Okay, it says that that's not how I do that. He always starts shit. Yes! It was so, like, vindicating to show up in another stream where LaHonk is the problem and was immediately called out for it. It felt very good. I got to say hi to Ember I was lurking in chat the other. I don't even know. Time isn't real. I can't. And then, and then we talked about how Lahong's a problem. Lies. I'm just a peaceful goose. You literally entered tonight with put the frogs on a stick and those fiery pandas, implying you're going to roast a frog. In my mind, Lahong, you are as peaceful as a normal goose. I mean, no, incorrect. I have met nice geese. I have. They don't be nice for terribly too long if you're, even a little bit an op to them, but still. Me and Raven bonding over Lahong being a stinker. Yes, yes. um, I can't find the other shout out, but everybody please go freaking check out Ember. Okay. What is the next one? How the rabbit lost his tail. How? Oh, we'll have to do this. How? Woo! Not rest. Rabbit. Why is this one here not capitalized? Okay. Bam. That's our next one. Ew. And again, I suggest checking out Ember. We've got a moment where I'll hydrate, but you can redeem, and I will read between stories. We'll see how long this one is. Oh, it'll be speedy. It's another one about as long as the last one. Takes place in ancient Greece. A group of heroes stop a dimension helping demigods from releasing chaos across the realms. Well, fun, Hades. I like to see it. We like to see it. Interesting. Meaty man wrestling with oil. What? 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 I'm here to relax. Oh, I haven't been all day. Well, hey. Just keep relaxing all day. That's not a problem. Look after yourself. Look after yourself, dang it. Here is a rabbit. Lost his tail. Okay. We'll begin. Oh, I have one. I didn't notice that one. Right. Oh, no, I did. And then I ignored it because it was Lahong being a stinker. But Lahong says, True sucks. Fine, you go start your shit, Lahong. Whatever that's about. But I said it. I said True sucks. And now I'm not saying it anymore. Whoa, Raven said it. 'Cause you gave me ribbits. Okay, here we go with how the rabbit lost his tail. Oh my goodness. I think I might lose it. Old-timey stories with their funky names for things, especially animals. We have a main character that is interesting. Okay, oh my goodness. Once upon a time, ages and ages ago, the rabbit had a long tail, but the cat had none. She looked with envious eyes at the one which the rabbit had. It was exactly the sort of tail she longed to have. The rabbit was always a thoughtless, careless little beast. One day he went to sleep with his beautiful long tail hanging straight out behind him. Along came Mistress Puss, carrying a sharp knife. Why did they do this? Why did they do this to me? Oh my gosh. Hold on. Why are you doing this? And with one blow, she cut off Mr. Rabbit's tail. Mistress Puss was very spry, and she had the tail nearly sewed on to her own body before Mr. Rabbit saw what she was doing. Oh my god. Don't you think it looks better on me than it did on you? Asked Mistress Puss. Okay, you're being extra rude, ma'am. It surely is very becoming to you, replied the generous, unselfish rabbit. Bridget, no. Yes, it's an unfortunate name that they have given her. But why is this rabbit so chill? It's very becoming to you. It was a little too long for me anyway, and I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll let you keep it if you will give me that sharp knife in exchange for it. Sounds like a Grimm's fairy tale. Excuse me. Yes, that is basically the basis of my story times. It's all stories of that kind of era where it's like someone has taken oral histories, like Grimm's did, and written them down. And they give them names and they try and give them messages, but it's almost always written down somewhere in this 1900s ish era, maybe 1800s stuff. And so they put their sanitization, their morals, their translations into it. And there are unhinged things, and that includes names. And we have a very iconic story that we call. Oh my goodness. It's called Jack Ma Hedgehog. Jack Ma Hedgehog. That's what they chose for that. And it involved some fun stuff, but as our last story did, they refer to chickens as cocks every time, and that's fun. And then they call nice things and happy things gay, and that's fun. And then this cat is called Mistress Puss, because of course. And yeah, but then we also get into things like the last story had slaves in it, and sometimes they say meaner things for that, and I still don't like it, but that's what they use, and it's not directly offensive, so we're moving along. But sometimes I have to not tell you exactly what the story says because, wow, so far these are just silly. So far it just feels silly at this point, but it's definitely a bunch of white people getting these stories, not always white people, but typically a bunch of white people getting these stories collected and deciding this is what we should say about that. It's ridiculous. And then it's fun. Okay. The it looks good. I want your knife for it, Gib. Yes, the cat gave Mr. Rabbit the knife, and he started out into the deep forest with it. I've lost my tail, but I've gained a knife, said he. Is he screaming that in the forest, or just saying that? What a dream. I didn't say. Oh no, I did say that. Yeah. Oral histories is not a dirty word. Don't make me smack you. It's a very, very reasonable thing and very important. You missed gay. You missed that one. Okay, I focus. I've lost the tail, but I've gained a knife. What have you got? A knife. Said he. I'll get a new tail or something else just as good. Are you kidding me, Rabbit? You're gonna go steal someone else's tail? Is this just gonna, like, everybody, trade tails? Why? But also, like, what do you mean something else just as good? Are you looking to just rob people with your knife? Or are you looking for, like, sewing a stick on as a tail? What do you do? What is your plans, Mr. Rabbit? What is your plans? Immediately regretting the tag soft spoken. I think I should remove that for tonight. Sometimes I am. But this is one of those sets of stories that's not gonna be that. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna keep yelling at everybody. I know it. Alright. Cop, sir, did you just solicit? No, officer. I offered her $20 for oral history. It's like actually a real thing that people disregard, and it's very important to me. So I was saying, your money or your tail. I'll get a new tail or something just as good. He's gonna go. He's gonna get something from these people. He's gonna ask that question. But I guess maybe these animals don't know what money is. What else would he get? He took the money option here, which is the knife. So who knows? Okay. Mr. Rabbit hopped along through the forest for a long time, and at last he came to... Oh my gosh, because Easter wasn't so far ago, I'm thinking, little bunny Cottontail hopping through the forest, carrying a knife wanting to chop off your tail, is like popping into my head. This is so deranged version of this. No! No, Mr. Cottontail. No, Mr. Rabbit. Don't do it. No! His first victim is a little old man. No! Hopped along through the forest for a long time, and at last he came up to a little man. A little old man. Who was busily engaged in making baskets. Easter baskets. He was making the baskets out of rushes, and he was biting them off with his teeth. He would very much like the knife you have, sir. Oh, no. He looked up and spied Mr. Rabbit with the knife in his mouth. Oh, please, Mr. Rabbit, said he, will you not be so kind as to let me borrow that sharp knife you are carrying? It is very hard work to bite the rushes off with my teeth. Oh. Mr. Rabbit let him take the knife. He started to cut the rushes with it when snap went the knife. It broke into 2 halves. Oh dear, cried Mr. Rabbit. What shall I do? What shall I do? You have broken my nice new knife. What shall you do? All you are going to do with it is be violent. The old man is trying to make crafts. He rolled up to the man, saying, bum, bum, bum. Violence. Okay. Little old man said that he was very sorry and that he did not mean to do it. Then Mr. Rabbit said, a broken knife is of no use to me, but perhaps you can use it, even if it is broken. I'll tell you what to do. I'll let you keep the knife if you give me one of your baskets in exchange for it. Is this just Easter basket? What is going on? Oh my gosh. The little old man gave Mr. Rabbit a basket, and he started on through the deep forest with it. I have lost my tail, but I gained a knife. I've lost my knife, but I've gained a basket. Oh no, now I see where this is going. Just you watch. We're going to have at the end of this story a big long there's a bump on the frog on the log in the bottom of the sea kind of shit where we just make a big old line of I lost my blank, but I gained a blink. I lost my blank, but I gained a blink. You just watch. Okay, I gained a basket, said he. I'll get a new tail or something else just as good. Mr. Rabbit hopped along through the deep forest for a long time until he came to a clearing. Here there was an old woman busily engaged in picking lettuce. He's gonna swap that basket for some lettuce to gnaw on. This is what's happening next. When she had gathered it, she put it into her apron. She looked up and spied Mr. Rabbit hopping along with his basket. Oh, please, Mr. Rabbit, said she, will you not be so kind as to let me borrow that nice basket you are carrying? Please don't break the basket, ma'am. Please don't break the basket somehow. How will you do that? How will you do that? Lost my wife, but I gained custody over my firstborn. What? Oh, lost my wife. I was like, what do you mean you're what? What? Oh, yes. Okay. Mr. Rabbit off along found that she's wanting the basket. Mr. Rabbit let her take the basket. She began to put her lettuce into it when out fell the bottom of the basket. There's no way in hell. There's no way. I guess maybe a big head of lettuce might do that, but like she's picking. I don't know. Oh dear, cried Mr. Rabbit. What shall I do? What shall I do? You have broken the bottom out of my nice new basket. Well, to be fair, that little old man didn't even have a knife to cut things with. I don't think he's as prepared to make baskets as we would hope. You broke the bottom out of my nice new basket. She needed it, dude. The old woman said that she was very sorry and that she did not mean to do it. Very obviously, she needed that too. Then Mr. Rabbit said, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll let you keep that broken basket if you give me some of your lettuce. The old woman gave Mr. Rabbit some lettuce, thanked Goldie Games, and hopped along with it, saying, I lost my tail, but I gained a knife. I lost my knife, but I gained a basket. I lost my basket, but I gained some lettuce. And now you're gonna eat it, and then the end. I knew it. The rabbit was getting very hungry, and how nice the lettuce smelled. He took a bite. It was just the very best thing he had ever tasted in all his life. I don't care if I did lose my tail, said he. I found something I like very much better. From that day to this, no rabbit has ever had a tail. Well, he has a little bit of a tail. Don't say the no tail. Neither has there ever been a rabbit who cared because he had no tail. From that time to this, there has never been a rabbit who did not like lettuce to eat, and who was not perfectly happy and contented if there was plenty of it. Goldie's made you safe, refreshed. Thank you, Goldie. Thank you very much. Thank you for visiting. You can go off and I'll hydrate right now. That's not an appropriate comment. The next story, Fairy Tales from Brazil. How the Toad Got His Bruises. How the Toad. Okay. We're gonna get the next stuff up. Oop. No, not that button. Come on. How the Toad got his bruises. I'm a little confused that a toad has bruises. Usually we connect that with warts, not bruises. But like, what? Maybe they just mean like coloration differences. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Okay. Alright, and I didn't say I did these. I did hydrate. Oh, I didn't do the stretches. That's why I didn't do it. I did a posture check, but I did not stretch. Let's stretch. Everybody else, you should be hydrating and stretching too. Look after your bodies. Oof. Okay. Yes. Better. Okay. Thank you again, Goldie. Hey, what are you guys doing? Hi, Spaghetti Bread. Oh my gosh, that's a hell of a name. We are reading Brazilian folktales, specifically Brazilian fairy tales. We have read how night started, how the rabbit lost his tail and learned to love lettuce. And by learned, I mean discovered that lettuce exists and of course loved it. And then now we're about to read about toads and how they got bruised. I hope this story doesn't turn out to just be like a bunch of animals got upset by Toad and then they beat him up. I hope that's not it. But I'm like, what do you mean bruises? Why does he have bruises? Does he fall downstairs? What are you gonna do? I would have expected it to be warts, not bruises. But okay. Here we go. Once upon a time, ages and ages ago, the toad had a smooth skin. Okay, I think they do mean warts. Alright. In those days... In those days, he was a great gad about. He never could be found in his own house. If anyone had a party, he was sure to go, no matter how far away from home it was held, or how long it took to get there. Toad is a party animal. Oh, I got my tongue out still. Let's fix that. I forget that sometimes. I'm sorry. Alright. Yes, one day the toad received an invitation to attend a party in the sky. Uh-oh. I'm concerned. Okay. You never can get to this party, said his friend, the armadillo. You know how slowly you travel here upon Earth. Says you, armadillo. Geez. You're not that speedy. Thanks for the hydrate, Arctic. I know you keep whatever. Put over somebody else does the hydrate and then yeah. But thank you. The Toad made an offensive tweet and got doxxed by a streamer. Yeah, whatever version of it is. I hope it's not just let's beat this Toad up. Okay. You'll never get there, says Armadillo. You know how slow you are. Wait and see whether or not I go to the party, said the Toad. He says, fuck you. Not far from the Toad's house, there lived a big black buzzard. No one liked the buzzard. He was very unpopular with all the birds and beasts. The Toad hopped over to the buzzard's house. The buzzard was outside the door making music on his violin. Oh my gosh. The Toad's gonna... This is... Make the people... this is a hell of a thing. There's a really cool party, but you'll never get there. I'll have to use that nerd to get there. This nerd nobody likes that plays on the violin. What's going on with this? Good morning, friend Buzzard, said the Toad. Are you going to attend the party in the sky? The Buzzard replied that he was planning to go. But they don't even give the Buzzard a line. They just say, the Buzzard said that this is what happened. Is it that he just buzzes? No, he's a bird. Why? Oh, anyway. That is good, said the Toad. May I have the pleasure of your company for the trip? The Buzzard was delighted to have the Toad seek his company. It was a new experience. The Toad's a Chad getting a ride from the Buzzard. The Buzzard's gonna find out that the Toad's dick and gonna drop him out of the sky. And that is why he's going to be bruised. I'm calling it. I'm calling it. I'll be charmed to go to the party with you, replied the Buzzard. Oh, good, he does get to talk. What time shall we start? We'll start at 4 o'clock, said the Toad. Come to my house and we'll go on from there. Be sure to bring your violin with you. Okay. All right. Promptly at 4 o'clock, the Buzzard arrived at the Toad's house. He had his violin with him, of course, because the Toad had asked him to bring it. I'm not quite ready to go, the Toad called out. Just leave your violin there by the door and step inside. It will take me only a minute to finish my toilet. What? What? Like the frog and the scorpion. Yes, of course. But like, with the weird twist of a violin in a case and a freaking toilet? What? What do you mean you have to finish your toilet? Frog, Toad, what are you doing? What do you mean by finish my toilet? Doesn't say finish going to the toilet. Doesn't say finish fixing my toilet. It says finish my toilet. Are you eating the toilet? Are you building the toilet? What are you doing? What are you doing with the toilet? The Buzzard laid his laid his violin carefully outside the door and went inside the Toad's house. The Toad jumped through the window and hid himself inside the violin. Give me a minute, I'm taking a shit. That's what I think it is. But why did they write it that way? Why did they do this? The Toad jumped through the window and hid himself inside the violin. The Buzzard waited and waited for the Toad to get ready, but he did not hear a word from the Toad. Finally, he got tired of waiting. He picked up his violin and started. I'm guessing they mean started off, like left, but anyway. When he arrived at the party, he was a trifle late, but he explained how he had waited for the Toad. How foolish to wait a minute for the Toad, said his host. How could the Toad ever get to a party in the sky? We just asked him as a joke because he is such a great gadabout. Lay down your violin and come to the feast. Now don't you feel stupid, Toad? They didn't even want to invite you. Now do you feel stupid? You should leave. You're such an asshole and they don't even like you. Me. The Buzzard laid down his violin, and as soon as no one was looking, out hopped the Toad. He was laughing ear to ear. Oh my god. They don't even like you. So they thought I would not come to the party. What a joke. How surprised they will be to see me here, he said. It's not a joke. You're the joke. There was nobody at the feast who was as gay as the toad. See, this is the content we were waiting for. No one's as gay as the toad, and I'm immediately thinking of Frog and Toad, and I'm just like, those two guys, yeah, you're pretty gay. You are. When the buzzard asked how he arrived, he said, I'll tell you some other day. Then he went on eating and dancing. The buzzard did not have a very good time at the party. He decided that he would go home early. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. If you had just communicated with the buzzard, it's clear he didn't notice your weight in the violin. He would have been fine if you were like, hey, so turns out I can't really get there unless I just, hold on a sec. Okay, I'm in, let's go. Like, and then he would have known that he's your ride. Why did you have to, this is the equivalent of like, oh, you got a car. Hey, let's both of us go to a party after we meet at a cafe. And then you ditch them, say, I can go take a shit. And then you just like break into their car and hide in their trunk. Why the fuck would you just not ask for the ride? Just ask. Why? What the fuck? Ah! Hello, Michael Psycho. Thank you for the rating. Oh my goodness. I'm glad. We have the little Nancy Brown while I wait for them to pop in properly. Oh no! Is my stuff... Why is my thing lagging? Who is doing... Oh, you little shit, I'm so mad. So am I. It seems you have shared those. Can you hear me? OBS decided to be a dick again. Hi, Michael Psycho. I said hello and welcome, and thank you for the rating, and then things got weird. And now I'm having some weird nonsense myself. Okay. Did I start back up again? I didn't even know. Apparently I am. I thought I had stopped. It seems to be cooperative, but because I changed a couple buttons... I don't know if it will recover properly. Might take a minute. OBS has been mean. And we've had rudeness up about 3 minutes now. I've only been up 1 minute according to this thingy. I stopped and it maybe stopped, restart, stop, restart. But I think... Yeah. I think it's actually okay now. Question mark? I'm gonna send you guys back to ads. I'm sorry. I'll make it a shorter one. I'll make it a 30-second one. So that is just a real quick one. But otherwise it's gonna interrupt in like 4 minutes. So might as well do that now instead. And then when it's back, I will update you guys. Thank you so much for the raid, my Ghost Psycho. Sorry you guys are having tech issues and then I'm having tech issues. Hopefully this is recovering shortly. Oh yeah. Bunch of viewers dropped because it went shit. Everybody's like, oh, I don't want to put up with this. We'll see if it is better. Oh, my sense of time may be off, but things look steady on your end. See you after ads. Okay, thank you. Alright, here we go. And I'm going to mute to cough. So, oh, of course, right when I unmute again, you're doing that. Okay, yeah. What I'm seeing happening. This is so mean. It's so evil. Yeah, okay, fine. You're just gonna keep me in a dickhead? Thanks. Okay, I won't cry. I won't cry. My stuff is still trying to dip out. It's coming back and then it'll dip out. It's being so mean, and I don't know why. I've adjusted things. I've tried really hard to get it to cooperate as it is, but I think I really do just need to fully delete and re-upload OBS. Just get a new version of it, because it's that it doesn't like the new update that had happened. From what I understand from other people, it just decided, fuck you, thingy, for updating, and I don't understand anything that's happening anymore. That's what OBS said. And I don't know how to make it cooperate. It's just so mean. It's just so mean. Thankfully, we have the new laptop eventually coming along. And once it is here, I will be able to run things through the laptop. And it will be all new on OBS. And so it should be nicer, I think. I hope. But we'll see. Wow, it's still just jumbling around. And it's very clearly OBS's problem. Nobody else is having a problem, dude. Nobody else is having a problem. I have brought down different settings to make it cooperate better. But it's just not. Just make sure to keep a backup of your settings and see if you do purge OBS. Yeah. I have to copy all this stuff, and that's one of the things I have not done in prep, and so I haven't done it yet. I know I have some copies. I've always kept a hard copy of some things, but I haven't got everything. Hard copy, you know what I mean. Saved somewhere else on a hard drive. But it's not here. Why you gotta be so mean, OBS? And it's still not, like, I'm gonna get started again if it can last longer than 10 seconds before it dips again, and it's still not doing that. So, I'm not trying to get started again. Singing frog. You know what? We can do singing frog until it comes back, and we'll just have to pick back up. We know that the buzzard is leaving the party, and the toad is toast, and the toad is so gonna get so beat up, or so... It's not gonna go well. The toad is not gonna have a good time, and then it's gonna fall, and it's gonna be bad, all bruised up. We're gonna let Herbert step in while the tech is bad. I think that's a good idea. Herbert time. Herbert! Your time to shine while we watch the nonsense. Here we go. the Herbert not visible? I put that up earlier. Why are you doing this to me? Sorry to hear that, Cage. Please look after yourself. Please go just be in the dark. Be away from sounds. I am doing a bit more of a screamy thing, so I don't think I'm going to be very helpful. It's not a loud screamy. It's my usual off mic kind of screamy. But I don't think it's going to be helpful for your head. So please go get out of here. I'm not even sure Herbert was a good idea for you. It seemed that the stuff was starting to recover, and I was about to say, wow, it looks like we just needed Herbert or Cage coming back to say hi. But nope. It's still doing the I would like to fight OBS personally. Just put your dukes up. OBS? Put them up. No, instead you have to be intangible. How rude. Just visual existence. Okay. I think I will jump with a little bit more Herbert. And, yeah, it was for like the first little bit of Herbert. And just when I was about to be like, no, okay, thanks. All right, back to Herberting. I'm gonna Herbert again. And see if it's just like it's slowly recovering from whatever that was. I don't know what it is. Rage puffing? You ain't got enough of that yet? I will rage puff. I will rage puff after a little bit more Herbert. Okay. That's a good one to redeem. It is. It's an appropriate one to redeem. Here we go with some more Herbert. It's getting worse again. We have gotten to worse again. So I think it's time for Rage Puff. This isn't even the Rage Puff part. This is just me naturally first. I can't even. Okay. It's so mean. Why is it so mean? It's so mean. Why is it so mean? Okay, here we go. But did you kidding? The curse. It's the curse. I'm gonna fight you, Obi. I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna fight you. I want to scream at it like I'm gonna fight it, and I want to cry because I want to fight it, but it won't. It's not punchable. If I punch anything right now, it will only hurt me and a very expensive machine that, yeah, okay, it's older and it's not as good at it, but it's trying, damn it. It's only OBS that's the problem. So mean. So mean. Alright. I'm gonna get rid of the rage puffing. The audio is apparently still good. And you're blaming that it's all because there was no bread. And that is fair. And thank you, Sir the Bog. We need that little guy. I think I will finish this story. And if it is not doing any better, I feel like that part that wasn't the redeem. Yeah, definitely. Just go to the other side of the room and scream. Should I just go to the other side of the room and scream? It's a little late to be screaming. It's a little late to be screaming. But I do like to do my usual kind of yelling a little bit away from the mic, like. But yeah, we're gonna not do big. I'm gonna finish reading, and yeah, the visuals be shit. Hopefully the audio manages, because it tends to be the last that holds on. It's just that when it's words, it's a little harder to make sure that nothing gets cut out. So yeah. Or a pillow. A pillow is good. A pillow is good too. We can do that. I can scream in pillows. Let's see. No. I didn't know how loud that was for you guys. Okay. I have scrumped. Where's Mask and the little Screamo? Scrumpting! I need to be scrumpting. Brain is shutting down. Have a wonderful dream, Raven. Clearly I'm not Divad, but thank you. Good night. Please look after your brain. I'm just holding this pillow really tight to my face. Wasn't loud at all. That's good. It's a very effective pillow then. Haunted Raven. Yeah. Big grunt into the pillow that time. 30 seconds behind and free to refresh, lol. Yeah, a little bit better. Thought I was a little hump after I set his belly on fire. Oh, edge of pillow was brushing the mic. Sorry. I'm just gonna keep hugging my pillow. Maybe this will feel better. Stop beating me up, Lahonk. I don't need it. I really don't need that right now. Thank you for hydrate. I could use that. My throat will need that. You watch that fight. Oi! Oi! You! Okay. I'm gonna try read. We're gonna finish this story. I'm gonna find out what happens to this toad exactly that gets him all bruised up. And then we'll reconsider then what we need to do. Okay, eat well, goose. Good night. Was very good screams for horror. If I ever get into game dev, I'll be calling you for Res Effects. Ooh, thank you. I'd like to do lots more various voicing things. We need to do more things. I need to do so many things. I am not doing things. Okay, I'm gonna read. Back to it. How the toad got his damn bruises. Bam. Thank you for hydrating. So the buzzard was leaving. He's like, you know what? I'm head out. I think it's time to leave. Okay. Um, no one was as gay as the toad. I'll tell you some other day how I got there. The buzzard did not have a very good time. He decided he would leave early. He went without saying goodbye to his hosts and without taking his violin with him. Hmm. I risked a refresh. Seems stable still. Yes, I do not blame your refreshing, but we will try and keep an eye on that. When I've got the story up to read it though, it covers that part, or else I have to cover chat. So you tell me if things are weird. Cage is supposed to be not upsetting his migraine, but if this is not upsetting the migraine, I will not yell at him. Also, I probably shouldn't be yelling at all with Cage listening, but I yelled into a pillow, so that hopefully was okay. I'm resting my eyes, except when I type for no. Then stop talking. You'll be fine. Okay. The buzzard is leaving. No. I needed that giggle. You petulant little shits. This is typed with eyes closed. Better? Also, is it accurate? It's incredibly accurate. How did you do that? I would not be able to do that on a phone or anything. That's insane. If it's with your keyboard, then okay. There are ways to do that. Too much PC time. Yeah, okay. All right. This is keyboard. That's the one. That's one typo. Only one. You did very good. It's just KEU. You did very good. Da comma comma ot. I have no idea what that is. You lost us there, bud. But okay. I will read. Buzzard. Alright. At the end of the party, the toad hopped inside the violin and waited for the buzzard to take him home. But of course the buzzard has already left. Nobody picked up the violin, and the toad began he is the villain, and he is in there. The toad began to be very much worried. He almost wished he had not come. After a while, the falcon noticed the violin. That violin belongs to the buzzard. He must have forgotten to take it home. I'll carry it back for him, he said. Oh, good guy, falcon. But that just rewards the toad in a way he shouldn't have. But okay, the falcon flew towards Earth with the violin. The toad shook about terribly inside the violin. Why the fuck are you doing that, dude? Did you do that on the way in? Why are you doing that? Is it 'cause you're drunk? No matter what, it was a very bad idea. He got very tired. The falcon got tired too. I'm not going to carry this heavy old violin of the buzzards another minute, said the falcon. I was foolish to offer to carry it in the first place. The buzzard is no friend of mine. Wow, you were trying to be cool and then you just got too lazy. And you're like, never mind, I'm going to be an asshole. He let the violin fall down toward Earth. It fell. So you're going to smash a violin and, unintentionally, a toad because you failed at being nice. Wow. Wow, falcon. Wow. Oh, little stones, get out of my way, called the toad as he fell. The little stones had deaf ears. You're worried about little stones? I'm worried about the entirety of Earth. But okay, bud. They did not get out of the way. Yeah, I was thinking that. Maybe he was getting bounced around. Maybe. Goose, go to bed. Yes, Goose, you were supposed to go to bed. Go eat. It's okay. Eat well. Why are you side-eyeing? It's okay. When the toad crawled out of the wrecked violin, he was so covered with bruises that he could hardly hop home. Be glad you can, dude. You should be dead. The buzzard never knew what became of his violin or why the toad had lost his good looks. Oh, he was pretty before too, and now he's ugly. Now he's ugly. Oh no! I'm sorry, Toad. They're so mean. These stories. To this very day, the toad shows his bruises, and he is entirely cured of being a gadabout. Well, that's good. He learned his lesson of stop being a dick at parties. So that's nice, but okay. Has the bit rate been any better? Has the stuff been any better? I cannot tell if it got better. It didn't. I when I looked, it didn't go bad. Then it's mostly good. Is it worth it to keep going? Bruise the duck. No, I will not bruise nobody. Stop fighting. Go to bed. Go to bed, you little guy. You're just a little guy. Stop. I know you're not a duck, but you always call other people other things. So I thought, you know what? It's okay. Plus, you like the ducks. Bums, right? Right? Catch these hands. The raccoon fight. He's so much speedier than the panda. It's running smoothly for now. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna prep how the tiger got his stripes. Oh, hell yeah. We got a tiger up in this bitch. Yes, and I have my emotional support pillow still. I'm not getting rid of that. It might be my good luck charm. How the tiger got his stripes. Strips. Stripes? No. This is difficult over the pillow. Okay, I got it. How the tiger got his stripes. Hold it. Teacher, Cage is drunk. What? He's drunk? What do you mean he's drunk? I think he's just looking after his head. Don't be mean. If he is drunk, then nice. I'm pretty sure he can do whatever he wants on a weekend. How the tiger got his stripes. Here we go. Goose, go to bed. Why are you angry? It's a very pretty kitty. Why are you angry? Must be always harass me when I'm AFK and or unwell. Where is these little meme kitties? Who is this? Dion? Do they make this art themselves? I'm very curious because these are the IRL little meme kitties that are all arted up and they look very nice. Shit-eating grin cat and little angry cat. But you should tell me another time. You're supposed to go to bed. And yeah, nobody should talk to Cage because that makes Cage look at the keyboard. Cage is supposed to have eyes closed. Okay. Emotional support pillow. And we begin with the tiger story. I like tigers. Once upon a time, ages and ages ago. I like that this whole book seems to have a once upon a time, ages and ages ago. Seems most of them are doing that. I'm excited. Why are you sad, little guy? Why are you sad? They're so pretty, though. Gentlemen, please, let's settle this like civilized male with the ding-dong. This is so accurate. In my life, so many times I want to say, boys, put the rulers away. I don't give a fuck. Oh. Okay. No, don't run away. But yes, go bed. Don't get sad because I think he's just showing off the kitties. But he is gone. He is go bed. Good. Thank you, Cage. I like mine. I want to say it so many times. There's one show and imaginary ribbits to whoever can guess where like I like it, but I couldn't get into it for a while because especially in the early days of the show, it was just a bunch of where they both like just like dropping their voices and then a third character also and I'm like, what? You're not all Batman. Stop this immediately. Please, boys, put your rulers away. I don't give a fuck how deep your voice is. I don't care how big your dick is. I'm just watching a show. And they eventually got a little less weird about it. So I started watching it. Charlie Brown? No. No, it's not Charlie Brown. But it's like everything they were saying was just deep voice. And I'm like, I don't care. I really don't care. Okay. We will get to that prize later. I will read the tiger story. Also, I like a little gentleman kitty. Can't sleep. Aw, sorry, honk. Okay, You just cozy up. I'm gonna. Again, that's the pillow. I sorry. Oh, I can't. This is really difficult. All that work for that. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't be mad. Don't be grumbling. I was trying to give you head pats, and it didn't even work. Maybe because you spoke too quickly. Where's my head pats? I know this is a command somewhere, isn't it? There they are, pats. It worked for the pats. There you go. Alright, I read. Oh, the kiss goodnight, and then your smoke. Okay, good. Alright. Once upon a time, ages and ages ago, so long ago, that the tiger. Ooh. 69. Nice. Okay. So long ago that the tiger had no stripes upon his back and the rabbit still had his tail, there was a tiger who had a farm. What's with this world of stories? Like, they're very clearly, excuse me, they're very clearly like putting in very modern stories. I don't believe for a second that these are all properly Brazilian folk tales. Like, this feels way too. It feels way too. Hi, welcome in, Wally. You've changed your name again, yay! No, I remember this one. I remember this not. Yes, because it's kite, but it's supposed to be night. Hi, Wally. Um, where's the the buzzard had that violin. That's too much love for me and OBS right now. We're in a fight. Me and OBS are fighting. We'll definitely recover. It's just like OBS needs to really reflect and like make some not just apologies, like proper amends, you know? Okay. Um, why is this tiger got a farm? Why did the buzzard have a violin? What the fuck? Please stop putting these colonial ideas on these poor aminos. They don't want this. They don't want jobs. Just let them be. Don't make him make money. Thank you for hydrate. Thank you for posture check, but you cannot stop me from slightly shrimping because I'm using emotional support pillow, and I think it's the only reason OBS hasn't been mean. Yes, I like that. Rearranging the letters, very good. It has been 30 minutes. It has. Thank you. Okay. Tiger got a farm, cause of freaking course. All right. The farm was very much overgrown with underbrush, and the owner sought a workman to clear the ground for him to plant. I'm sorry, the owner? Is that not the tiger? Are you telling me this tiger ain't even the owner of his own farm? What the hell is going on? What the hell? The tiger called all the beasts together and said to them, when they had assembled, I need a good workman at once to clear my farm of the underbrush. To the one of you who will do this work, I offer an ox in payment. That's pretty fucked up if it's an ox that it volunteers. Like, what? You're animals. What the hell? What's going on with this world? Oh my god. As many as I want to stay, time for bed. Okay, well, thanks for popping in. Yes, very fair. Please look after yourselves. Go eeps. I will refund you your posture check because, yeah, I'm not. I'm staying shrimped. I'm sorry. I'm hugging this emotional support pillow and I'm protecting what I think is maybe saving my OBS from crashing. I don't know. Thank you. Good night, good night. Thanks, Wally. Okay. Need a good workman. I'll give you an ox, which is just another person. So animals have slavery too. What fun. Jesus. No, not this reporter. I'm sorry, but I must. Okay. The monkey was the first one to step forward and apply for the position. The tiger tried him for a little while, but he was not a good workman at all. He did not work steadily enough to accomplish anything. The tiger discharged him very soon, and he did not pay him. Jeez! Okay, there's no way this is a folk tale. This is some guy deciding that he was gonna tell stories, and this is what he decided. Are you kidding? No. No. I disagree. This is too corporate. I disagree. Mm-mm. Then the tiger had the goat do the work. The goat worked faithfully enough, but he did not have the brains to do the work well. He would clear a little of the farm in one place, and then he would go away and work on another part of it. He never finished anything neatly. The tiger discharged him very soon without paying him. He just worked differently from you. Oh my god. Pay your freaking workers. By the time you get to the end of this, you won't have paid anyone. None of them will have finished it so that you can say you didn't need to, but they will have finished it because they all did some of the work. Jesus. Oh my gosh. Next, the tiger tried the armadillo. The armadillo was very strong and he did the work well. Good for you. The trouble with him was that he had such an appetite. Not the goat? Really? I would have put those two the other way around. There were a great many ants about the place. Okay, ants, yes. And the armadillo could never pass by a sweet, tender, juicy ant. Literally, sweet, tender, juicy ant without stopping to eat it. It was lunchtime all day long with him. The tiger discharged him and sent him away without paying him anything. Well, that would be fair. If he didn't do any work and all he did was eat, then yeah. Yeah, fair. At last, the rabbit... Is the rabbit gonna win? At last, the rabbit applied for the position. The tiger laughed at him and said, "Why, little rabbit, you are too small to do the work. The monkey, the goat, and the armadillo have all failed to give satisfaction. Of course, a little beast like you will fail too." You didn't give them an opportunity, you little... No, I will say it. I chickened out, but I was like, you little cunt, stop doing this. You're so mean, tiger. You're so shitty. Stop doing that. That's not cool. I liked tigers. You're a bad tiger. I don't like you. Illegal. Oh, thank you for the follow. MF Miles Flynn. Are you MF like MFer? I'm thinking of different things, but oh my god. Anyway, hi, thank you for the follow. We have a tradition here to drop a little dancey emote whenever someone gives us a follow, so you can go ahead and drop some little dancies for that. Do. Thank you very much. I'm gonna keep reading my story. Am I okay? I mean, I'm hugging an emotional support pillow because I'm fully terrified of OBS crashing. Not really. But mostly, yeah. We're just doing a little silliness, and this is part of the silliness, and that's okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm hugging a pillow. That's not so awful. I'm using it as a little chin rest. Hey, I like my storytelling streamers. Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Oh, I'm gonna just adjust. No, I'm not gonna fall asleep. I'm not gonna do that. Wake up. Okay. Thank you for joining us. Oh right, the tiger's shitting on the bunny. Not literally. Though I wouldn't be surprised if that's the next thing he does. The rabbit is applying. Tiger says, "Get lost." However, there were no other beasts who applied for the position, so the tiger sent for the rabbit and told him that he would try him for a little while. The rabbit worked faithfully and well, and soon he had cleared a large portion of the ground. The next day he worked just as well. The tiger thought that he had been very lucky to hire the rabbit. Oh my goodness. My brain. Tiger thought he had been very lucky to hire the rabbit. You mean very lucky that he was forced to do it even though you didn't want to? You little shitty guy. Thank you, Cernabog. He got tired staying around to watch the rabbit work. The rabbit seemed to know just how to do the work anyway without orders, so the tiger decided to go away on a hunting trip. He left his son to watch the rabbit. Is this also a tiger? After the tiger had gone away, the rabbit said to the tiger's son, "The ox which your father is going to give me is marked with a white spot on his left ear and another on his right side, isn't he?" "Oh no," replied the tiger's son. "He is red all over with just a tiny white spot on his right ear." Hmm. The rabbit worked for a while longer, and then he said, "The ox which your father is going to give me is kept by the river, isn't he?" "Yes," replied the tiger's son. The rabbit had made a plan to go and get the ox without waiting to finish his work. Just as he started off, he saw the tiger returning. The tiger noticed that the rabbit had not worked so well when he was away. After that, he stayed and watched the rabbit until the whole farm was cleared. Then the tiger gave the rabbit the ox as he had promised. "You must kill this ox," he said to the rabbit. "What the hell, are you kidding me?" "In a place where there are neither flies nor mosquitoes." So you didn't give him payment. What you did was give him another task when he finished the first task? Fuck you. What the fuck? You must kill this where there's no flies or mosquitoes. Fine. The rabbit went away with the ox. The Bibble? Sorry, I'm gonna have to read that. Oh no. I'm gonna have to read that in a second. But I just noticed Bibble. And I'm like, okay. Rabbit went away with the ox. After he had gone for some distance, he thought he would kill him. He heard a cock, however, crowing in the distance, and he knew that there must be a farmyard near. There would be flies, of course. He went on farther, and again he thought he would kill the ox. The ground looked moist and damp, and so did the leaves on the bushes. Since the rabbit thought there would be mosquitoes there, he decided not to kill the ox. He went on, and finally came to a high place where there was a strong breeze blowing. "There are no mosquitoes here," he said to himself. "The place is so far removed from any habitation that there are no flies either." He decided to kill the ox. Just as he was ready to eat the ox, along came the tiger. "Oh, Rabbit, you have been such a good friend of mine," said the tiger, "and now I am so very, very hungry that all my ribs show, as you yourself can see." Oh, I'm gonna get so mad at this tiger. "Will you not be a good, kind rabbit and give me a piece of your ox?" Okay. The rabbit gave the tiger a piece of the ox. Stupid idea. The tiger devoured it in the twinkling of an eye. Then he leaned back and he said, "Is that all you were going to give me to eat? Oh, I want to smack this tiger." The tiger looked so big and savage that the rabbit did not dare refuse to give him any more of the ox. The tiger ate and ate and ate until he had devoured that entire ox. The rabbit had been able to only get a tiny morsel of it. He was very, very hungry, very, very angry at the tiger. One day, not long after, the rabbit went to a place not far from the tiger's house and began cutting down big staves of wood. The tiger soon happened along and asked him what he was doing. "I'm getting ready to build a stockade around myself," replied the rabbit. "Haven't you heard the orders?" The tiger said that he hadn't heard any orders. From who? Who is in charge of these animals? What the fuck? This is making me very stressful. Why are these animals? What's happening? What orders? "That is very strange," said the rabbit. "The order has gone forth that every beast shall fortify himself by building a stockade around himself. All the beasts are doing it." The tiger became very much alarmed. Oh dear, what shall I do?" he cried. "I don't know how to build a stockade." You're going to make the rabbit do it again. You fucking cunt. "I could never do it in the world." "Oh, good rabbit, oh, kind rabbit, you are such a very good friend of mine. Couldn't you, as a great favor, because of our long friendship," yeah, such a great friendship, "build a stockade about me before you build one around yourself?" The rabbit replied that he could not think of risking his own life by building the tiger's fortifications first. Finally, however, he consented to do it. The rabbit cut down great quantities of long, sharp sticks. He set them firmly in the ground about the tiger. He fastened others securely over the top until the tiger was completely shut in by strong bars. Let me point out strong and pointy bars. Then he went away and left the tiger. The tiger waited and waited for something to happen to show him the need of the fortifications. Nothing at all happened. He got very hungry and thirsty. After a while, the monkey passed that way. I'm wondering about the tiger's son. Is the tiger's son looped into this? I hope the tiger's son is free to do what he chooses, because he wasn't so bad. Okay. Monkey passed by. The tiger called out, "Oh, monkey, has the danger passed?" The monkey did not know what danger the tiger meant, but he replied, yes. Then the tiger said, "Oh, monkey, oh, good, kind monkey, will you not please be so kind as to help me out of my stockade?" "Let the one who got you in there help you out," replied the monkey, and he went on his way. Along came the goat, and the tiger called out, "Oh, goat, has the danger passed?" The goat did not know anything about any danger, but he replied, "Yes." Then the tiger said, "Oh, goat, oh, good, kind goat, please be so kind as to help me out of my stockade." "Let the one who got you in there help you out," replied the goat as he went on his way. Along came the armadillo, and the tiger called out, "Oh, armadillo, has the danger passed? You've asked everyone, and not a one of them has said no." Okay. The armadillo had not heard of any danger, but he replied that it had passed. Then the tiger said, "Oh, armadillo, oh, good, kind armadillo, you have always been such a good friend and neighbor. Please help me now to get out of my stockade." "Let the one who got you in there help you out," replied the armadillo as he went on his way. The tiger jumped and jumped with all his force at the top of the stockade, but he could not break through. He jumped and jumped with all his might at the side of the stockade, but he could not break through. He thought that never in the world would he be able to break out. He rested for a little while, and as he rested, he thought. He thought how bright the sun was shining outside. He thought that what good hunting there was in the jungle. He thought how cool the water was at the spring. Once more he jumped and jumped with all his might at the back side of the stockade. At last he broke through. He did not get through, however, without getting bad cuts on both sides from the sharp edges of the staves. Until this day, the tiger has stripes on both his sides. The end. Well, how does he get his ears and his stripes on his face then? There's more than just on the bellies, in the back. Okay. I'm surprised that he survived at all. That tiger did not deserve that. He was a bad guy. I think our author, Erin Spicer Ells, or possibly the publisher, Dodd, Mead and Company, really put their own spin on this. Because I don't think this is accurate. I mean, maybe it is, but it feels really translated. Let's put it that way. I'm going to take a second and just cough, and then we're going to jump into Kalimba. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, we're going to do Kalimba, and this means emotional support pillow is getting goodbye. Okay, you're going to go away, pillow. Get out. Thunk. Okay. I'm going to get to Kalimba. I'm going to get set up for that. It's going to be redeems time. Thunky thunk. Okay. Go move the mic real quick. Whoa, after typing this. Kalimba time. Oh, but, right, I was going to read this from the Bible. He said, oddly enough, this reminds me of a story in Thur Bible where this man pays people to tend his field. Different men come in at different times of the day, and at the end of the day, they all get paid the same amount. And the men that came earlier were like, "Why did you pay them the same amount as us?" And the men that paid were like, "Did I cheat you? What does it matter to you what I pay them?" They were paid what they agreed to. Interesting. Yes, Bibble. He's a little bit different, of course, but yeah. That's why you gotta wonder. You want things to be even, but if they're offering, wonder if you're getting the best thing. In this guy's case, just a bunch of nonsense. I mean, I'll give you an ox, but I'll tell you that you have to go somewhere else. Maybe he was just saying, remember, watch out for the flies. They're not gonna be very good. But then he like follows him. Why? Why? And then you just eat all his food? You didn't pay me shit then, dude. He's so mean. Okay. Kalimba's time. I'm not reading Kalimba. Oops. There we go. Okay. I'm going to start with some other ones. He's not done for a minute. And the mic is good enough. Okay. I'm gonna move the mic. Alright. I'm messing this up. Is that the one? I think that's the way, but I like it this one. You know. Okay. I'm definitely stumbling through this one. I'm gonna go again. Well, I nailed it then. Whoop. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do this one and then maybe the other one. Okay. Take care, Frigid. Oh. We're pouty, but we're also tea. Okay. Take care. Remember we do translations. What are those ones, please, Yar? No bongos, you back. What is that one? Let us in on that. I'll go again. know the Ode to Joy poem. Joy, thou beauteous godly lightning, daughter of Elysium. That's a heck of a thing. I didn't know that one. I will do this one more time. Hopefully I do it a little less stumbly this one. Already, okay. Already. Okay. 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 And I think this will be our last kalimba song. I'm doing a little kalimba break. It's good. There we go. Again. Okay. That is our kalimba. Thank you for the kalimba review. Put that away. Or at least over here. Okay. I think I needed that. I needed OBS to not keep being shitty. But I needed that too. I'm gonna see how long the next story is. I don't think we'd finish it before an ad comes in. But maybe we'd finish before an ad plus ad delays. You know? Oh. Why the Lamb is Meek. Might need a bit more time, but you know what? I'm gonna risk it with a little delays. We're gonna do those, and then we'll have an ad after this story. Why the Lamb is Meek. Yee, we're gonna go for it. Okay. We're gonna put up... Why the Lamb is Meek. I think we will bump that as well. It's not really needed, But I'm sure the next story will need that. So we'll prep it now. Okay. Alright. Why the Lamb is Meek. Well, once upon a time... Oh, we don't even have the ages and ages ago. Oh well. There was a little lamb frisking gaily about the pasture. The bright sunshine of the soft breezes made him very happy. He had just finished a hearty meal, and that made him happy too. Okay. He was the very happiest little lamb in all the world, and he thought that he was the most wonderful little lamb. A big toad sat on the ground and watched him. Is this a bruised toad or the happy gad about town toad? After a little while, the toad said, "Oh, little lamb, how are you feeling today?" The lamb replied that he had never felt better in all his life. "Even though you are feeling very strong, I can pull you into the sea," said the toad. The fuck? What the hell, Toad? Okay. The little lamb laughed and laughed until he rolled over on the ground. "Just take hold of this rope, and I'll show you how easy it is to pull you into the sea," said the toad. The lamb took hold of the rope. Then the toad said, "Please wait a minute while I get a good long distance away from you. I can pull better when I'm not too near you." Okay. Thank you for the hydrate. I'll hydrate. Ah! Dareth the Lord Keeper. Thank you for your raid. I will wait for you to pop in. We're right near the start, so I can update. Hello! How goes it? It goes well. Do we still have Cage here to do a shout out? Thank you. Okay, we've done the shout out. Okay. It goes well. Thank you so much. Oh, it's Vet. Hello, Vet. It is going well. How are you guys doing? Please get comfy. If you need to head out, please do look after yourself first. But thanks for popping in. We just started this story, Why is the Lamb Meek? It's one of our stories in this new book we're reading. It's about fairy tales from Brazil. It's in my Folktales from Around the World little site. So we're reading Brazilian folktales right now, and this is Why the Lamb is Meek. Basically, there was a very happy, very confident little lamb, sure that he was the bestest lamb and very happy. And then there's a toad that's like, "Hey, you. I bet I can pull you into the sea." And the lamb laughs his ass off and says, "Yeah, sure." And now the toad says, just hold this rope and I'll pull you in. I gotta get further away, but then, yeah, I can totally pull you into the sea. Okay. We did some reading of our own, and I brought my sleepy little bookworms down to your cozy little grove so they can dose your dulcet tones. Oh, it's so sweet. I'm going to read, and, oh, I should do this. We're risking it against an ad that's going to start soon, but I'll warn you before the ad starts. I'm going to delay it as long as I can. We're gonna read. Okay, well, thank you guys. Get cozy, and please feel free to go look after yourself. Okay. The lamb is waiting. Yes, okay. The lamb waited, and the toad hopped down to the sea. He hopped up into a tree which hung over the water's edge, and from there he hopped on to the whale's back. Oh, yeah, I had a feeling he would do something like that. He's not going to be the one pulling, but he's going to get that goat in the sea. He'll be lurking. Oh, I can't make the Perry noise. Hi, Perry. And he wants to cut to little me. Oh, that's so sweet. We like Pokemon here. We do. And Perry the platypus. Okay. We're jumping on a whale's back. He fastened the end of the rope around the whale, and then he called out to the lamb, "All ready. Now we'll see how hard you can pull." When the whale felt the lamb pulling at the rope, he swam away from the shore. No matter how hard the lamb pulled or how much force he exerted, it did not do one bit of good. He was dragged down to the water's edge as easily as could be. "I give up," said the lamb as he reached the water's edge. After that, although the sunshine was just as bright as ever, anyone who watched that little lamb could see that he was a little more meek. Did we skip over the part where he doesn't drown? Because I think that's an important part. My God, what do you mean? He just. What? I think we missed the very important part that the toad cut him out. He was no longer being dragged by the whale, please, please. But yes, okay, he's more meek. And one day, not long afterwards, the sunshine was again very bright, and the little lamb was feeling frisky. Oh no, you're gonna get put in your place again, I bet. He was so happy and gay that he had forgotten all about how the toad had pulled him down to the water until the toad spoke to him. Then he remembered. "Oh, little lamb, how are you feeling today?" asked the toad. The little lamb replied that he was very well. "Let's run a race," said the toad. "I think I can beat you." "You may be strong enough to pull me into sea," said the lamb, "but surely I can run faster than you. I've watched you hopping about my pasture. You can't run fast at all. However, I'll gladly run a race with you to prove what I say." The toad set a goal and told the lamb to call out every little while during the race so he could see how much further ahead the lamb was. When the toad and the lamb started, then the toad and the lamb started. The toad had assembled all his brothers and his sisters and his cousins and his uncles and his aunts before the race, and had stationed them at various points along the path of the race. Oh my gosh. Again, you're cheating, but this is a way that I was not expecting. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Forgive the yawns. Oh shucks, you were right. Now if you don't mind, help me! Agreed. Aw, darn, I give up. Like, when he gave up, I was very much expecting, and then he was dragged to his death. But no. Okay. Everybody's stationed out, and we're gonna go. He told them, all his family, I suppose, that whenever any of them should hear the lamb calling out, "Luckily, luckily, luckily," it's spelled Laculay, the toad which was nearest should answer, "Gulagoo bongo bangolay." I don't know Brazilian. I don't know what this is. Is it Portuguese? Later on it's Portuguese, but indigenous Brazilian, I do not know what we are saying. The lamb ran and ran as fast as he could. Then he remembered his promise and called out, "Laculay, laculay, laculay." He expected to hear the toad answer from a long, long distance behind him. He was much surprised to hear someone near him answer, "Gulu." Why can't we just do Marco Polo? Can't they be closer together? So, don't know how to see this. Gulagoo bango, bangolay. After that, he ran faster than ever. After running on for some distance farther, the lamb called again out, "Laculay, laculay, laculay." Again he heard the answer at only a short distance away, "Gulagoo bango, bangolay." He ran and ran until his little heart was beating so fast that it seemed as if it would burst. At last he arrived at the goal of the race which the toad had set, and there sat the toad's brother, who looked so much like him that the lamb couldn't tell them apart. Assumedly also none of the other ones, but anyway. The lamb went back to his pasture very meekly and quietly. Are you saying that, okay, the toad was just already there? Was that not suspicious to the lamb? Okay, fine, sure. He went back meekly and quietly. He acknowledged that he had been beaten in the race. "But you haven't." Gaslighting made the lamb meek. How rude. The next morning the toad said to him, "Even though you did not run fast enough to win the race, still you are a very fast runner. I have told the daughter of the king about you." We have kings, okay. "And I have said to her that some day she shall see me riding on your back with a bridle in your mouth, as if you were my horse." The lamb was very angry. "Perhaps you are strong enough to pull me into the sea, and perhaps you can beat me when we run a race," said the lamb. "But never in the world will I be your horse." Time passed, and the sunshine was very bright, and the soft, gentle breezes were very sweet. The lamb was so happy again that he forgot all about how the toad had pulled him into the sea, and how the toad had beaten him at running the race. He was very sorry for the toad when he saw him all humped up in a disconsolate little heap one day. Is this when he fell from the sky? I hope so. Oh, poor Toad, are you sick? He asked. Isn't there something I can do to help you? The Toad told him how very sick he was. There is something you could do to help me, he said, but I don't believe that you are quite strong enough or can travel quite fast enough. Yeah, he's good. He's going to totally carry him, and then when they get there, the Toad's fine, probably, and doing whatever for the king. Yeah. This is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. The lamb took a deep breath and blew out its chest. I'll show you, he said. Just tell me what it is. The Toad replied that he had promised to be at a party that afternoon at the house of the king's daughter, and he did not see how he could possibly get there unless someone would carry him. Jump on my back, said the lamb. I'll carry you. The Toad shook about on the lamb's back after they had started so that it seemed as if he would surely fall off. After a little he said, I cannot possibly stand riding like this. It jars at all my sore spots. I'll have to get off. He tried it a little while longer and shook about worse than ever. Then he said, Do you know, I think I could endure this painful ride a little better if only I had something to hold myself by. Do you mind if I take a piece of grass and put it in your mouth? I can hold onto that when I shake about, and my sore spots will not hurt so much. So now there's the bridle. The lamb let the Toad put a piece of grass in his mouth. Ugh. Dude, you don't even realize it. After a while, the Toad asked for a little stick. The flies and mosquitoes annoy me terribly, he said. If only I had a little stick I could wave about over my head and frighten them away. That's the little, what is it? The little whip. This is awful. Only a little stick to wave it about over my head and frighten them away. It is very bad for anyone in my weak, nervous condition to be bothered by flies and mosquitoes. The lamb let the Toad have a little stick to wave over his head. At last, the lamb and the Toad drew near the palace of the king. The king's daughter was leaning out of the window watching for them. The Toad dug his feet into the lamb's sides, pulled hard on the piece of grass in the lamb's mouth, and waved the little stick about over the lamb's head. Go on, horse, he said, and the king's daughter heard him. She laughed, and when all the rest of the people in the palace saw the Toad arriving mounted on the lamb's back and driving him like a horse, they laughed too. The lamb went meekly home to his pasture, and from that day to this, when one wishes to speak of meekness, one says as meek as a lamb. That's so sad. Gaslighting got us there. That's not fair. That's so mean. But there you go. That's how the lamb got so meek. All right. Next one is why the tiger and the stag fear each other. Stag, if you don't remember or don't know, is to mean male deer, pretty much. That's interesting. Ooh. Almost all the stories are mean. Yeah, I'm severely doubting, but maybe it is. The traditional Brazilian stories, they just feel like, honestly, they feel like somebody from wherever the heck we want to say came in and said, y'all like your animal stories, huh? I'm gonna make some stories that involve animals. Like this, is this real? I don't like it. Maybe when they say Brazilian folktale, it's about when that country came to be, not like a indigenous folktale, you know? Maybe that's what it's about. Maybe this is why. I will blame that. I have returned. Well, welcome back, Lahonk. Welcome back. I thought you were supposed to be sleeping, but okay. Hello. Why the tiger and the stag fear each other is our next story. But we have an ad that's gonna come up, so I'm gonna run the ad. Whoa. I'm sorry, but I'm running 1 minute. Here we go. 1 minute ad. I'll prep. Found out Lego Star Wars was free on Epic Games. Oh, well now he's never gonna sleep. It's never happening. I'll prep the next one. And the lamb said to the frog, you want to make a fool of me? I'll make you a splattering on the pavement. See, that's what should have happened, Hades. That's what should have happened. But instead, the toad emotionally manipulated him after he had already proven himself a dick. I work in 6 hours, so 6 hours of Lego. No, LaHonk. 6 hours of sleep is what that's supposed to be. Go eat, please. I don't want you to feel sick or have to call out sick or have problems. I want you to be okay. I want you to not be hurt. Okay. Why the tiger and the stag fear each other? Why the tiger and oh my the stag fear each oh my gosh each other. Big long title just over a big kiru, the big frog's head. Okay. Aim for 3 hours at least, okay? Absolutely worst case, take a nap before work and crash afterwards. Agreed. Emergency, do that. But hopefully you go bed shortly. I'ma feel froggy. You're gonna feel froggy? You're gonna feel all kinds of things, but I don't know if frog is it. Sweet goose, you need to sleep. Agreed. Tuck LaHonk in, please. I will eat. Okay, good. I hope you try eat. If you know you're not going to, is a different thing, but I hope you can get some eep. Good goose. Okay. We have why the tiger and the stag fear each other. Why are y'all afraid of each other? Once upon a time, there was a large, handsome stag with great branching horns. One day he said to himself, I am tired of having no home of my own, and of just living anywhere. I shall build me a house. I just saw that I was lagging. How rude. Okay. I shall build me a house. He searched on every hill, in every valley, by every stream, and under all the trees for a suitable place. At last he found one that was just right. It was not too high nor too low, not too near a stream and not too far away from one, not under too thick trees and not away from the trees, out under the hot sun. I'm going to build my house here, he said, and he began to clear a place for it at once. He worked all day and did not go away until night. I'm going yawn. Okay. Now, in that same country, there lived a large, handsome tiger with sharp, sharp teeth and bright, cruel eyes. One day the tiger said to himself, I am tired of having no home of my own. And they were roommates? No, I know they won't. They're going to be afraid of each other. And not just of their feelings for each other. Oh my gosh, Raven, stop. Okay. I'm tired of having no home of my own, of just living around anywhere. I shall build me a house. Accordingly, the tiger searched for a place to build his house. He searched on every hill, in every valley, by every stream, and under all the trees. At last he found a place that was just right. It was not too high nor too low, not too near a stream, and not too far away from one, not under too thick trees, and yet not away from the trees out in the hot sun. Raven might need to eat. Raven might. But I'm going to stick around till I said I would be here, which is 2 a.m., which is still an hour short of when I usually do, because I am late. And maybe I'll go a little bit after, because I was late, but I don't know. We'll find it. Okay. Not in the hot sun. The tiger said to himself, I'm going to build my house here. The place is all ready for me, for there isn't very much underbrush here. Uh-oh, are you guys gonna fight about the house? Oh, yep. They are gonna be roommates. He began at once and finished clearing the place. Then it became daylight, and he went away. So the tiger's working at night, the stag's working in the day. They're perfect! They're totally roommates, and they'll just share the space, and then they'll leave, and it'll just be a clock in, clock out, day-night thing. Oh, they can totally make it work. Please, please. Okay, fine. At daylight, the stag came back to do more work on his new house. He said when he looked at the clearing. Somebody is helping me. The place is cleared and ready for me to build the foundation. He began to work at once and worked all day. At night, when the foundation was laid, he went away. You know what would solve this? If you slept next to where you're building your house. You're the ones that say you can sleep, you're living anywhere. Make it right there. Where's your tent or whatever you're staying in? I don't know. They're animals that are building a house, and I don't know where okay. He went away again. Fine. At night, the tiger came to work at his new house. He said when he looked at it. Somebody is helping me. The foundations of my house are all laid. He began to work at once and built the sides of his house. He worked all night and went away at daybreak, leaving the house with the sides completed. There was a big door and a funny little window on the side. At daybreak, the stag came back to work on his house. When he saw it, he rubbed his eyes, for he thought that he must be dreaming. The sides of the house were completed with a big door and a funny little window. Somebody must surely be helping me. Why do you think they're helping? Oh my gosh. Somebody must be helping me, he said to himself as he began to work to put on the roof. He worked hard all day, and when the sun went down, there was a roof of dried grass on the house. I can sleep in my own house tonight, he said. He made his bed in the corner and soon was sound asleep. Please go into the bed, please go into the bed, please go into the bed. At night, the tiger came back to work on his new house. When he saw it, he rubbed his eyes, for he thought he must be dreaming. There was a roof of dried grass on the house. Somebody must surely be helping me, he said to himself as he entered the door. The first thing he saw when he entered the door was the stag, sound asleep in his bed in the corner. Who are you and what are you doing in my house? He said in his deepest voice. I'm sorry. Who are you and what are you doing in my house? He said. They're doing the thing. They're doing the thing. Cage. They're doing. The rulers are out. They're doing the thing. The stag woke up with a start. Who are you and what are you doing in my house? Said the stag in his deepest voice. It's not your house, it's mine. I built it myself, said the tiger. It is my house, said the stag. I built it myself. I made the clearing for the house, said the tiger. They stopped saying in their deepest voice, so maybe they went back to their normal. I made the clearing for the house, said the tiger. I built the sides and made the door and window. I started the clearing, said the stag. I laid the foundations and put on the roof of the dried grass. The stag and tiger quarreled all night about whose house it was. At daybreak, they decided that they would live together. They are their roommates. I have no ruler or measuring tape emote. Maybe that's one we need to add to the list. It'd be like X ruler. X over a ruler. Put the measuring tapes away, boys. Well, okay. They lived together now, and they were roommates. The next night, the tiger said to the stag, I'm going hunting. Get the water and have the wood ready for the fire. I shall be almost famished when I return. They're literally living together. Oh my god. It could be abused by idiots, but otherwise it's amusing. Yes. I think specifically with the X over it might be good. Put the ruler away. Okay. He's gonna go hunting. Tiger says, I'm going hunting. Get stuff ready. The stag got the wood and water ready. After a while, the tiger came back. He brought home for dinner a great handsome stag. Wait, what? The tiger brought home another stag? This is a problem, dude. That's kind of like Oh my god. I finished working on the thing. I told you I was. I must immediately away. Forget these two tiger and. Ooh. Tiger and stag roommates and things. Oh my gosh. Yes, you were very right. I will say nothing. It looks good. Nobody else shall know anything about this. Too bad. So sad. Sorry. Get lost. It looks good. Oh my gosh. I do want to say a thing that I learned, but I will have to keep it to myself or else I will spoil it. Oh my goodness. Oh, May messaged updating things on this stuff. Okay, go away, Discord. I will look at you another time. Okay, back to these clearly gay animals. And one of them brought back, I mean, it's supposed to be dinner, aka food, but it kind of is like, for dinner, I brought home your brother? Question mark? What? A couple people know, but they, okay, cool. Um, why would you bring home another stag? And the stag, of course, sees this and has no appetite at all and didn't sleep a wink that night. I think in the story reality, he was terrified by the idea that cannibalism, but in my brain, the stag was pouting at dinner and then didn't sleep while the other two got busy next door because they're just roommates. They haven't explicitly started dating. Okay, the next day, the stag said that he was going hunting. We know where this is going. We know. He told the tiger to have the wood and water ready when he got back. The tiger got the wood and water ready. By and by, the stag came back, bringing with him the body of a great tiger. It reminded the lion of the stag. I thought he'd like it. It's a terrible idea. Oh my gosh. But okay, now the stag comes back with a dead tiger. I am nearly famished, said the stag. Let's have dinner right away. The tiger hadn't any appetite at all, and he could not eat a mouthful. 'Cause cannibalism. Oh my gosh. That night... I knew what you meant. That night, neither the tiger nor the stag could sleep a wink. The tiger was afraid the stag would kill him if he shut his eyes for a minute, and the stag was afraid the tiger would kill him if he slept or even pretended to be asleep. Accordingly, he kept wide awake too. Let's rewrite this story gay and less murdery. But okay, neither of them are sleeping because they're terrified, not because of feelings. Toward morning, the stag got very cramped from keeping in one position so long. He moved his head slightly. In doing this, his horn struck against the roof of the house. It made a terrible noise. Well, why are you sleeping so close to the roof? Shouldn't you be on the ground? Oh my gosh. It made a terrible noise. Oh no, wait. They're in bunk beds. They're in bunk beds. It made a terrible noise. Hi, May. Hello. I recently said, May message. Hi. Tiger was like, fuck yeah, I hated that dick. Record. Start my girlfriend. Let's eat him. Hi. Okay. Thank you for doing the shout out, Cage. I'm going to finish this. Made a terrible noise. The tiger thought the stag was about to spring upon him and kill him. He made a leap for the door and ran out of it as fast as he could. He ran and ran until he was far, far away from the house with the roof of dried grass. The stag thought the tiger was about to spring upon him and kill him. He too made a leap for the door and ran until he was far, far away from the house with the roof of dried grass. There was only one door. You would have left after each other. What the heck? They need to share a bed. Then they would know that they aren't killing each other. Okay. How would you not know the tiger was running away? You left after. But the tiger and the stag are still running away from each other until this very day. I don't know when the stag is killing the tiger, but I guess this happened. The house with the roof of dried grass waited and waited there in the place which was neither too high nor too low, too near the river nor too far away, not under too thick trees nor out in the hot sun. It waited and waited until it got so tired it fell down in a heap. So because the house was waiting, it fell? Where's Goldilocks when you need her? She needed a house, and there it is right there. Ah, darn. There's just this empty house. Oh no. Oh my goodness. How much of that did you catch, May May? Did you... It started out, I guessed that they would be roommates, and then they were roommates, and then it wasn't quite as gay as I wanted. They turned murdery and such, of course, but I wanted it to be... They were afraid of their feelings instead. I just got the last part. Oh my gosh. So basically they accidentally were building a house together because one worked in the day, one worked at night, and I called it, and they were roommates. And then, yeah. Oh, of course, right. Good morning, May May. Welcome. Good morning. It's just so silly. It's just so silly. This set of stories has been very silly because it feels very much not like a real folktales. Maybe they are, but it feels a lot more like someone decided to be like dictating that this is what people probably did, and it's like that's so clearly not an indigenous thing. This is so clearly whoever the heck decided to make these up. They're still wild. They're still ridiculous though. So that's interesting. Alright, Arctic, eat well, take care. Yes, I will stay hydrated. I will hydrate again right now. I promise. Let's do it. Thank you. Thank you for being the reminder to stay hydrated. I hope everybody else is staying hydrated too. We've got a little bit more time, so we're gonna keep doing stories. We haven't had many redeems. I'm not asking for them, but I have noticed we have not doing much of the redeems, probably because these are so silly and fun. The next one is how the speckled hen got her speckles. You made a post. Oh, okay, so I should go do... I have been announced, everyone. You heard it here. I have been announced as part of eGarden. Yay! Someone should take my place. I send it every 30 minutes. Thank you. I will try to remember as well. We'll try and keep that in mind. Okay. I will find you. What is up? Alright. Oh, wait. No, yes. You post these on... Have I found this? I don't, maybe I have not found this. Goodness. I'm gonna have to go through everybody else that's joined. I haven't done that yet. Is it on the Twitters and not Blue Sky? That makes sense. Alright, good night, Arctic. I realize I haven't found eGarden. Nope. It is on Twitter. Okay, thank you very much. Yes, no, that's fair. It's what I get for not being in the one that people use, but I'm excited nonetheless. I will make my own post properly. I'll probably copy up the same stuff. But I'm streaming now, and I've gotten distracted. I need to put this away. I'll get too distracted. Woo, goodbye. Goodbye, window of things. Thank you, May May. I'm so excited. It's gonna be a really cozy place. I'm excited. And already we've got more of each other, like go checking each other's out and being lovely. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. We had one of our folks in here. And my brain is scrapping the name. I'm remembering EM, and then my brain is like, too bad you don't get to remember the rest. I'm like, why? Twitter, the yucky site that content creators are still pressured to use because of a pre-established user base. No, I will not change my mind, but yes, I'm happy for you and May for the yeah. You gotta be everywhere, and I'm not everywhere. I'm some places. That's for now. That's good enough for me. But maybe I should be more places. I'll figure myself when I decide to figure myself. Thank you so much, Mimi. Okay. Um. Oh, I have read something like this. The different sounds that chickens make, roosters make. We're about to read about the speckled hen, and she's making one of the other sounds that they make. This is fun. I'm definitely not gonna pronounce it right. How the speckled pen? How the speckled hell? How the speckled hen got her speckles. That's what I scribble. Oh, hugs. Good to see hugs. Okay. How the speckled hen got her speckles. Thank you very much. Here we go. Now I go bed. Gluck with rest of steam. Strim. Gluck. Gluck, you say? Why, as you say this, it dipped. It bounced back. But I think OBS is already rebelling again. Okay, go eat. Take care, Cage. Thank you very much. Eat well. I hope you feel better. Alright. Let's read about this speckled hen. Here we go. Boop. Okay. Once upon a time, ages and ages ago, hey, that bit's back, there was a little white hen. One day she was busily engaged in scratching the soil to find worms and insects for her breakfast. As she worked, she sang over and over again her little crooning song, Quirichi, Quirichi, Quirichi. Suddenly she noticed a tiny piece of paper lying on the ground. Quirichi, Quirichi, what luck! Don't panic, Cernabog. It'll be okay. It'll be okay if we say it's okay. Hold the emotional support pillows, maybe. Okay, what luck, she said to herself. This must be a letter. One time when the king, the great ruler of our country, held his court in the meadow close by, many people brought him letters and laid them at his feet. Now I, too, even I, the little white hen, have a letter. I'm going to carry my letter to the king. The next morning, the little white hen started bravely out on her long journey. She carried the letter very carefully in her little brown basket. It was a long distance to the royal palace where the king lived. Did she even read her little letter? Does she know anything about this? Oh my gosh, but okay. Off she goes. The little white hen had never been so far from home in all her life. After a while, she met a friendly fox. Foxes and little white hens are not usually very good friends, you know, but this fox was a friend of the little white hen. Once upon a time, she helped the fox. Why you gotta be mean to worms? The little white hen had eaten them for him. Oh no, Bitrate, why do you have Miss Willow. Why was that? Hello, I am back. I don't know why. I clicked on OBS to check its big old tantrum, and it decided, me, extra tantrum. You're gonna be all quiet now. Me, fuck you. Okay, I read as fast as I can, and then we're done. Oh my god. She had helped the river before. She ate worms for the river. The river didn't want him. Still throwing a tantrum? Yeah, a little bit. Gonna keep being an asshole. As long as you can hear me, though, I trust that we are okay. I'm going to keep going, because I must. I must do. Alright. No, watch her. Okay. Focus. She ate the worms for her. Always after that, the river had been her friend. Oh, little white hen, where are you going? The river called out as soon as he saw her. Kurichi, Kurichi, I'm going to the royal palace to carry a letter to the king, replied the little white hen. Oh, little white hen, may I go with you? Asked the river. The fuck? How are you gonna do that? Okay, fine. The little white hen told the river that he might go with her and asked him to ride in the little brown basket. Fucking how? I'm guessing it's bigger on the inside. Cool. So the river climbed into the little brown basket, hopefully not drowning the fox. After the little white hen had journeyed along for a time, she came to a fire. Once upon a time, when the fire had been dying, the little white hen had brought some dried grass. The grass had given the fire new life, and always after that, he had been friend of the little white hen. Oh, little white hen, where are you going? The fire asked. Kurichi, Kurichi, I am going to the royal palace to carry a letter to the kings, replied the little white hen. Oh, little white hen, may I go with you? Asked the fire. How are you going to hop in this basket? I don't know, but you are. Oh my god. I have never been to the royal palace, and I have never had even a peep of the king. The little white hen told the fire that he might go with her and asked him to climb into the little brown basket. Fucking sure. By this time, the little brown basket was so full that, try as they might, they couldn't make room for the fire. It wasn't full before? Okay. At last, they thought of a plan. The fire changed himself into ashes, and then there was room for him to get into the basket. The little white hen journeyed on, and finally she arrived at the royal basket. Good, no more people to shove in. Who are you, and what are you carrying in your little brown basket? Asked the royal doorkeeper when he opened the door. I am the little white hen, and I am carrying a letter to the king, replied the little white hen. She didn't say a word, but the fox and the river and the fire which she had in her little brown basket. She was so frightened before the great royal doorkeeper of the palace that she could hardly find her voice at all. And none of them spoke up? Fine. The royal doorkeeper invited the little white hen to enter the palace, and he led her to the royal throne where the king was sitting. The little white hen bowed very low before the king, so low, in fact, that it mussed up all her feathers. Who are you, and what is your business? Asked the king in his big, deep, kingly voice. Kurichi, Kurichi, I am the little white hen, replied the little white hen in her little, low, frightened voice. I have come to bring my letter to your royal majesty. She handed the king the piece of paper which had remained all this time at the bottom of the little brown basket. There were marks of dirt upon it, where the friendly fox's feet had rested. Well, also it had been underground, but sure. It was damp where the river had lain. It had tiny holes in it where the fire had sat after he had turned himself into hot ashes. What do you mean by bringing me this dirty piece of paper? Shouted the king in his biggest, deepest, gruffest voice. I'm highly offended. I always knew that hens were stupid little creatures, but you are quite the stupidest little hen I ever saw in all my life. How rude! They're all just here to say hi, and they thought it was something important. They probably should have read the letter first, or checked if there even was any writing, but sure, you don't need to be mean. Here, and he turned to one of the attendants standing by the throne. Take this stupid little white hen and throw her out into the royal poultry yard. I think we will have her for dinner tomorrow. You're going to kill her for this? That's a bit of an overreaction, sir. Okay. The little white hen was roughly seized by the tallest royal attendant and carried down the back stairs, through the back gate, out into the royal poultry yard. She still clung to the little brown basket which she had brought with her on her long journey to the royal palace and through all the sad experiences she had met there. When the little white hen reached the royal poultry yard, all of the royal fowls flew at her. Some plucked at her rumpled white feathers. Others tried to pick out her eyes. Oh, one pulled off the cover of the little brown basket. Uh-oh. Out sprang the fox from the little brown basket, and in the twinkling of an eye he fell upon the fowls of the royal poultry yard. Hell yeah, let's get some revenge on this king. You want to eat her? You don't get any chickens to eat now. Not a single fowl was left alive. There was such a great commotion that the king, the queen, the royal attendants, and all the royal servants of the palace came rushing out to see what was the matter. The fox had already taken to his heels, and the little white hen lost no time in running away too. She did not, however, forget to take her little brown basket with her. The royal household all ran after her in swift pursuit, but there's going to be a river in the way in a second. I just know it. They had almost caught her when the river suddenly sprang out of the little brown basket and flowed between the little white hen and her royal pursuers. They couldn't get across without canoes. While they were getting the canoes and climbing into them, the little white hen had time to run a long way. She had almost reached a thick forest where she could easily hide herself when the royal pursuers again drew near. Then the fire, which had changed itself into hot ashes, jumped up out of the little brown basket. It immediately became dark, so dark that the royal household could not even see each other's faces, and of course they could not see in which direction the little white hen was running. There was nothing for them to do but return to the royal palace and live on beef and mutton. So what was any of that to do with the frickin' Specks? The fire, which had turned itself into ashes, sprang out of the little brown basket so suddenly, that it scattered ashes all over the little white hen. From that day she was always speckled where the ashes fell upon her. The chickens of the little white hen, who was now a little speckled hen, were all speckled too. So were their chickens and their chickens and their chickens' chickens, even down to this very day. Whenever you see a speckled hen, you may know that she is descended from the little white hen who carried a letter to the king and who, in her adventures, became the first speckled hen. The end. Thanks for sticking with me, the handful of you that did. Sorry for the technical issues. I'm gonna somehow splice this together probably for a VOD at some point. But it's so rude. So we're gonna read out. I'm not gonna risk another crash just to stick around another hour. So instead I'll do that, and I'm gonna try and fix up OBS. I'm gonna prep this stuff to delete and re-upload. I think it's time. Ugh, it's so rude. But okay, here we go. Where do you think we should raid? My lovely Fett, who always knows where we should be going. And I will hydrate. Well, Fett was here. Let's see. You know what? They have raided into us quite a while. Why not raid into Black Dragon Tavern Gaming? They are up right now. They raid into us quite a bit. We can go over there. I think that's fair. Or we could go say hi to Vi. But Vi has many people, and we have raided before. I think, yeah. I have chosen. If it is with the Fetster list. I'm lagging so badly right now. Oh, I'm sorry. I have chosen. We are going to. Here we go. Boop. I'm clicking raid 1. Please copy this if you're gonna join us with the raid. I'll give you. Oh my gosh. If it will take some time. Hello? Let me copy. OBS. Sunny is one. Oh, that's true. That would be a good idea too. Oh, but I want to be nice to a friend that has raided in. I'm torn. Oh my gosh, why won't you let me copy? It's only ever letting me drag a frog around, and I don't need to do that. Okay. Oh, Sunny or Black Dragon Tavern Gaming? I have not seen we could go to Sunny or we could go to them. I have not seen them up ever, so I think it is fair to go say hi to them, whomst we have never met by raid from our direction. So we're gonna do that. We need to keep Sunny in mind soon too, because Sunny is, I'm pretty sure, or I'm misremembering, is in V Garden as well, and so we will want to see them lots too. But okay, we're going this way. Prep your messages if you can. I'm gonna read out. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for sticking with it with me. I will have this up when I can, but it's probably gonna be a bit. So if you're seeing this on YouTube, congrats, we made it. And please take care of yourself, eat well, or have a good day, whatever time zone, happy time zone. Let's begin that, and we're going. Let's raid. Whoa, 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 whoa.